Hi everyone, Ken Mason from Whispering Souls. So carrying on with our spirituality 101. So last video I labeled as 2.2-2 when it was actually 1-2. I apologize. So now we're into the twos. So now we're dealing with the emotional section of your aura. So the first one was the actual spiritual body. Now we're dealing with the actual emotions and the colors and how all these emotions affect us and where, exactly how they help us and how they hinder us. So, you know, we've been using the terms of colors for a very, very long time. A lot of us don't even know why or where it came from. Some like, I'm so angry, I see red, which means that your whole aura around you turns red. Other things like I'm so sad, I'm blue. Yellow belly coward. So, green with envy. I have a few here. Once in a blue moon. So a lot of these colors are, have been brought down through, through a few hundred years, and these are all colors that were developed or found in our, in what we see in our auras, and we all get affected by auras. All the auras get changed colors continuously. And just as the picture shows up here, there's a lot of things that we can do with our colors, and a lot of things that happen with our colors. And so, other things you might find was, really how it affects us when it comes to work, how it, when we go to the stores. There's a known fact that if we surround ourselves with white color, or just the white, and white is supposed to, encompass all the colors into one, which creates one color, the white color. Unfortunately, the white color also hurts people or hinders people. There's a lot of cases, and certainly studied in by psychiatrists as well, or psychologists, where color affects ADHD, and they affect people on a day-to-day basis. You'll notice now as you go into the stores that the colors are no longer white; they're off colors. They're bright colors. If they put something on sale, they make it red because we are attracted to red. Though red does hurt some people, and they don't like it. Colors are exactly the same as what magnets are. Sometimes we're pulled to certain colors. Some colors we're pushed away from. And it's one of the reasons why we have what we call power colors. Colors that we like the most, the ones that we're attracted the most. And we'll get to those in a minute. But these colors, can really affect how we feel, how we do things, how we avoid things. There's a study that was done on ADHD kids. It's on the internet. You can look it up. I don't have the information right now, but it's easy to find. Where they took 5 ADHD kids, ones that really acted out. And what they found out is that, if they put the 5 kids into a white room or a standard, school room, whatever color that is, they would act up pretty quickly. Within 5-10 minutes, they'd be acting up or not wanting to pay attention, or looking away from their books or the wall, especially if it's a white wall. And so they kind of did a study on this, and they took these 5 kids, and they found out that if they put them into 3 different rooms, that the kids react differently. So the very first room they put into was like light yellow. And they found out that the kids in this one, at least 1 or 2 of them lasted longer. They lasted 20, 25 minutes. A few of them still kind of reacted away because it was a light yellow. And they figured, okay, we're kind of onto something here. So they took these kids and they put them into a blue room with light blue and so on and so forth. And they found out that a lot of the kids then could react and pay attention, 25, 30 minutes. And then they put them into the green room. Now everybody knows what the green room is, or maybe if you don't, but people, when you go on TV or radio or whatnot, if you're waiting for your turn, they put you in the green room. And the green room is designed, and of course, green always is very soothing. It allows you to relax and, take away all the stress and negativity and that. I mean, you still get nervous, but you don't get like freaky out nervous. That's why they call it the green room. And so, that you come in there and it really relaxes you. And that's what they used on these kids. And all of a sudden, some of them were, in there for 45 to an hour working good. Other ones, 25 minutes. Because, each child is different, right? Each child has a different color, fascination or like. So if they walk in a room, even though it's green, they may not like green. And then, that moved him to the final color, which was an off yellow, a very, just a gentle yellow, which is generally known in the spiritual world as training or learning. And these kids were able to stay in there for over an hour and not react. So the study basically shows is that color affects the way we see things, the way we act to things, the way we learn. Certain colors will make us very negative, and we'll react that way. One of the things I've also been told through my own spirituality is when it comes to healing, colors are very important as well. We often, and I'm moving to the chakras, and I'm probably going to get in problem with this in the way I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to insult any chakra people, but it's just something I've been told, is that there are 7 colors in a chakra. And we often use these colors to help people open up the chakras and whatnot. And we're kind of told that this is the color to be used. But I've noticed before, and this is just kind of something is, I've always been told that the root chakra, because it's an earth chakra, to me has always been kind of brown. Or darkest red maybe, but, more brown. I don't like brown. Even though you're seeing this, there's a lot of white on here to offset the brown, and gray and white, and the rest is kind of brown, But if I'm trying to help somebody or heal somebody, and I pick if the color is brown that I'm supposed to send to them, I don't like brown, so I'm making a negative energy source. And it's the color brown. So if I send them that color brown to them, then what's going to happen is they're going to receive negative energy from me. And again, I don't know if this works with, this happens to all chakra people, because, some people can obviously control that more than I do. But I look at that and I'm saying, okay, I'm sending you negative energy to the first chakra, which is going to go through all the chakras. You can't just heal one and it doesn't go through the other ones. They're all connected. So it's, it's impossible just to send energy to one and it goes away to the other ones. It doesn't go the way of the other ones. I mean, they're energy. They travel, right? So I've always told people, and the way I've always done it is, I have a preferred color. I have a color that I've always liked. To me, it's always been blue. I've always liked blue, light blue. I also like red. But blue has always been the one I've, if I look past in my life and everything that I've worn, everything I've worn in my life has always been kind of blue. So to me, blue has always been my favorite color. So what happens now though is that I know that my color is blue. So what I will do is I'll use that color for all my healings. Doesn't matter what's it's the root chakra, the other chakras, doesn't matter, I'll always use blue. And then I'll ask the client, do you like blue? And if they say yes, then I know that my blue is going to help them. And so, they will accept that energy, they won't fight it. If I go up to them and say, you know what, I like blue as an energy that I'm going to give you, do you like blue? And they'll say, I don't like blue. Then I can't help them. They are going to reject that energy. They are going to reject that color because we are color-based. So in my mind, that's how it works for me. Now, it doesn't work for everybody, obviously. Everybody's going, no, each color works for me, then that's perfectly fine. I'm just mentioning what I've noticed with me, and if you kind of look at it, and I look at colors that kind of way. We also have a lot of emotional effect, how it happens, how it works for us as well with colors. When we go buy a car where we want a specific color, we go buy a house, you look at the outside and it's not the right color, and you go, ugh, and you don't want to buy the house. So all colors are very, very pushy on us. It's very, very pushy. We do things very much on color, especially when we buy clothes. We go buy clothes. We're not going to buy a color we don't like, even though it's going to save us from freezing to death. We're going to look for an alternative because we don't like that color. So if you look at around, color's been around since the dawn of man, and every culture that you've ever looked in will always have a reference to color and what it means to them. Every society from the beginning of man has a reason for color, and the more you look at history of people, you notice there's always a color that they prefer. The Egyptians preferred a specific color. The Aztecs preferred a specific color. People, in the, not immigrants, but cultures that lived in forests that we haven't seen in 100 years. They all have a specific color. They all do things with a specific color that they like, and it's a spiritual thing. It's something that we'll always be attracted to. Now, I don't have any exercises for this one, but I will be creating some exercises for this, simply because the color exercise is a little bit more difficult to do, and I'd rather do them all by themselves, as well as some people may not want to do the exercises, so this will be something separate. But anyways, this is a quick look into the emotional body and the emotions and how they affect us, and how just how the emotions are always inflected. Just every time we get angry, we get a different color. We get a color show up on us. Like I said, we get so angry that all we see is red. It's very much independent or dependent on our emotions. Anyway, so the next video we're going to be dealing with is it's the third section, which would be how we show these colors, and how it's the mental part, and how these colors are kind of combined around us, so that we can have even psychics can look at it and see what kind of state people are in. You can look at them and say, oh, okay, bottom's black, the top's top, and it's basically the power. It's a positive top with a negative bottom, and we'll describe how you can look at people and see what kind of problems they're having, what they've had in the past, what they can show you, or what they will show you, and kind of do a reading on people using emotion or using color. So anyway, I hope this helped in some way, and we'll see you for the next video. Thank you. Bye.